IFAT India 2025 podcast series, we have a very special guest, Mr. Karan Thakkar, the founder of the recycling company. We welcome you, Karan.
Thank you, Sonam.
So, since you are in the e-waste space, my questions are related to e-waste. E-waste is one of the fastest growing waste streams globally. So, what inspired you to work in this sector?
Very interesting story is when we look around, most of the things that we consume on a day-to-day basis, it all comes from environment, correct? The phone that we use, clothes that we wear, we are constantly taking from environment. So during my job, like I used to work for a company called KPMG, I used to visit the mines a lot. It is during this time that I realized that, can I do something in my lifetime that I can give back? So that's how the idea of recycling came in, that can I be in a profession that, I can give back. And that's how the idea of recycling came in. And one thing led to the other, and that's how I settled for electronic waste. And electronic waste is one of the largest streams of waste that we generate. Yeah, and what inspired me was also this quote that I'd come across long back, which said that we don't inherit environment from our ancestors, we borrow it from our children. So what we do today is going to have a very big impact tomorrow.
True that, true. Very, very inspiring story and journey. So tell me, how can India strengthen its systems for safe and efficient e-waste collection and recycling?
Okay, so one thing that most of the people should know, that we are very fortunate to be in a country that it has been identified and it has been understood that electronic waste is hazardous. See, all these years we used to have mobile phone, laptop, computers, lights, electrical, electronic. We never realized that these things can cause harm to the environment, correct? But if not disposed properly, this can be very harmful. So we are fortunate to be in a country where this has been identified. There is a legislation around this subject. For many people who would not know, that there are e-waste rules that makes electronic waste recycling mandatory. So we are on the right track. What is astonishing is to understand that as a country we generate about 3 million tons of electronic waste every year, out of which only 5 to 10% is recycled in the right way. So अगर जो मैं इसको एकदम ही लेमैन भाषा में समझाऊँ, तो हम जब इलेक्ट्रॉनिक वेस्ट फेंक देते हैं तो वो कई बार इनफॉर्मल सेक्टर के पास जाता है, जिनके पास वो तकनीक ना हो और जिनके पास वो जानकारी भी ना हो कि अगर जो हम इसको सही ढंग से रिसाइकल ना करें तो ये पर्यावरण को हानि पहुंचा सकता है. तो हमने शुरुआत अच्छी की है, बट हिंदुस्तान एक ऐसे कगार पे कि हम इतना ग्रोथ देखेंगे तो इलेक्ट्रॉनिक वेस्ट भी आने वाले समय में बहुत ज़्यादा जनरेट होगा. So which is where as a country what we should do is ensure that collection mechanisms are improved. Awareness also increases. You will be surprised that as an organization we do so much for awareness. But even today a lot of people they ask us that इलेक्ट्रॉनिक वेस्ट क्यों हज़ार्डस है, क्या हो सकता है, ये कैमरा हो गए, लाइट्स हो गए, ये सब इलेक्ट्रॉनिक वेस्ट है. तो जब इसको हम डिस्पोज करते हैं तब सही ढंग से करना बहुत ज़रूरी है.
And I agree that even if people are kind of aware but they do not dispose it in the right manner, thus it does not go to the recyclers at all.
Yeah, if I can add one example, like we all use pencil cells every day. रिमोट्स में सब जगह कितने पेंसिल सेल यूज़ होता है. हमने कभी ये सोचा ही नहीं कि हम उसको कचरे के डब्बे में दे देते हैं, डाल देते हैं और वो लैंडफिल में जाता है. सो ऑल ऑफ दिस इज पाइलिंग अप. इफ़ वी कैन कॉन्शियसली मेक एन एफर्ट टू इंश्योर दैट this is channelized to the right channel, it can make a lot of difference.
Yeah, waste segregation is one of the most important steps where we talk about recycling. Because if you are not segregating your waste, even household waste, we are harming the environment for sure. So what role does technology play in improving the traceability and recovery of valuable materials from e-waste, electronic waste?
So technology plays a very big role because I think with AI, machine learning, also automation, the entire process of recycling can be done much faster and much better. So to give you an example, car recycling, I think there's a recent legislation that has come that cars need to be recycled. Electric vehicles will also become a sort of electronic waste in years to come. I don't think a lot of us realize, but solar panel is also one of the biggest electronic waste that has been generated now, and we are looking at a very huge quantum because as India we are looking at a very big role to play in the renewable energy space. So technology will ensure that my cost of production and my efficiency increases. So if I have 1 ton of electronic waste coming to my factory, I should have the right technology to ensure that it has been dismantled in the right way, it has been segregated in the right way, and my resource recovery is also done to maximum efficiency. One of the very important reasons of and importance of e-waste recycling is that resource recovery and becoming self-sufficient as a country. We talk about Make in India, and we also talk about that how as a country our dependency on others should go down. So I think that means that we'll have to recycle a lot of stuff. So technology is going to play a very big role. In fact, today in the last couple of days at this exhibition, you can see that there are some very notable companies who are putting display of machineries that can do phenomenal difference to this process.
What innovations do you see shaping the future of sustainable e-waste management?
There will be a lot of innovations. One thing like you covered was on recycling. Technology I think will go through massive changes.
Yes.
And I think a lot of entrepreneurs like myself are working very hard on that. We started with solar panel recycling. We are able to cut solar panels and recover glass in a very efficient time frame. Collection will also become is a challenge, and I think a lot of innovation will happen in that sphere in the times to come, for sure. And I think the interesting thing about electronics is 10 years back I don't think we really knew that we would have watches and
Yes.
even today sunglasses are electronics.
Yes.
Like toothbrush also is an electronic only. I'm sure, I think there are already some variants, but even clothes will become electronics in some format, right?
Yes.
You click a button and the design will change. So I think these are things that will happen. So I think with the problem becoming more complex, the innovation will also come in that direction.
And if you have to give one message to the youth of India, what that message would be?
So first thing I said that there was a quote that I'd read that which said that we don't inherit environment from our ancestors, we borrow it from our children. That was one thing that moved me a lot. And there's one more quote that...
It is hard hitting anyways.
Yeah, and there's one more quote by Oscar Wilde says that we are all in the gutter, but some of us are looking at the stars. So I think this sector is, waste is a very big challenge. With climate change, we are also looking at battling some very big crises. Waste management is going to play a very important role, but I think also it poses a lot of opportunity. So to the youth, I would say is that this is a challenge, let's take it up. And let's become part. When you become a part of a problem which is very big, you also become big in that direction. Yes. So it also has a lot of opportunity. So let's look
solutions.
at find solutions and look at a greener India.
And how do you think that platforms like IFAT India, play a role in all of this?
Many years back when I had started, environment sustainability was not very talked about, looked after, and no consolidation. So I think if you look at the kind of consolidation that happens at a platform like this, you get to meet so many like-minded people together. I think it is unbelievable, and I'm sure there are so many people who want to start, they get this solution. There are so many people who have already started like me who get connections here. So I think they are doing a great job, and I really wish that this keeps on becoming better and there are more people who do such things.
And very well said that IFAT India brings in all those stakeholders together who are looking towards a sustainable and a greener future for the children of the country. Thank you.